Hi everyone, this is Ken from myhelpfulnerd.com. Real help from real nerds. Today I'm going to show you a simple way to get rock-solid protection against all the malware and viruses lurking around the internet. It's pretty foolproof, won't bog down your computer, and best of all, it uses 100% free software, so you won't have to spend a dime to do it. Before we get started though, this is my first video here, so let me make a quick introduction. My Helpful Nerd is an on-site computer repair shop in Southeast Michigan. If you're in the area and know of anyone who needs computer help, tell them they can find the best service at the best price at www.myhelpfulnerd.com. And if you're not in the area and want to show your appreciation, just put a link to our site on your blog, Facebook account, Twitter, or wherever. We can use all the exposure you can give us. Okay, on with the show. So here we have a pretty standard bare-bones installation of Windows XP, just with a custom wallpaper. I haven't installed any add-ons or updates or anything yet. We have no virus protection, and we're using Internet Explorer 6, a terribly outdated web browser. In this state, the state you usually receive a new computer in, your computer is like a sitting duck for hackers, and every website you visit is a potential landmine waiting to blow up your system. There's almost nothing standing between you and all the latest threats on the internet. First thing you need to do, if you haven't already, is install all the latest Windows updates. This will make sure all the latest security vulnerabilities that have been found in Windows itself have been patched and can't be exploited. If you ever see this little yellow shield icon down here, this is your computer letting you know there's a new patch available, and you should take a moment as soon as you can to do the update. For now though, we'll go about it the manual way, just to be sure we get everything. To do this, click on Start, All Programs, and Windows Update. If you're running Windows 7, then Windows Update is actually built right in. To get to it, click on the orb, Control Panel, System and Security, and then Windows Update. Okay, now let's click Custom right here to see if there are any updates to install. You can see here we have 3 high priority updates, which we should install right away, and 7 optional software updates, which we should probably install, but we can pick through them if we really want. The most important update though is right here, Internet Explorer 8. Make sure you're using an up-to-date and modern web browser when browsing the web. Otherwise, you're just asking for trouble. A lot of people will tell you not to use any version of Internet Explorer and to use an alternative browser like Firefox or Chrome instead. Really though, any modern web browser is going to be fine. Just don't use Internet Explorer 6 for anything but downloading a real web browser like we're doing right now. I'll say it again, the single most important thing you can do to protect yourself on the internet is to install your Windows updates and to use an up-to-date web browser. Okay, so let's get all these updates installed. We might as well install the optional ones too while we're at it. So, let's check these. Windows search can kind of slow your computer down a bit, so we'll skip that one. But all these frameworks are good to have. Might as well get the latest media player. We're going to make sure we get Internet Explorer 8. We'll install the updates. Install updates. This is going to take a few minutes, so I'll fast forward here. Okay, so everything installed, the computer restarted, and we're back to the desktop now. And you'll see that this little yellow shield icon is back already. This is pretty common. Certain updates won't show up until other updates are installed. So let's go back to Start, All Programs, Windows Update, and we'll install anything that's new. So we've got the new Internet Explorer 8 running now. We'll click on Custom again. You can click on Express, but I usually like to click on Custom just to take a look at everything it's installing. And yeah, we've got 13 high priority updates and 2 optional software updates. There's a lot of updates that have to do with the .NET frameworks we installed, so we should definitely get those installed. And the optional update, we have one new one. It's the PowerShell, which isn't really necessary. We'll skip that. So click Install Updates. Install Updates. And we'll let this install again. We'll probably have to do this a couple more times before we get everything installed, so I'm going to fast forward again. Alright, so now we're using a nice new fancy and secure web browser, and all the known security holes in Windows have been patched. The next step is to get a good signature-based real-time virus scanner. These have been the staple of good virus protection systems for just about forever. It works sort of like a vaccine. You get vaccinated against the latest threats lurking around the internet, which should protect you should you happen to run into one of them. Your vaccinations come in the form of downloadable updates to your virus signature database. If you keep your virus signature database up to date, you stay protected against the latest threats. Stop updating your database, and you're left completely vulnerable against the new stuff. Microsoft released their own free signature-based antivirus not too long ago. Believe it or not, it's really, really good. It updates for free forever. It's pretty light on system resources, so it won't bog down your computer. And it's extremely effective. To get it, we'll just go to Google and Google Security Essentials. There it is. We'll download it. Windows XP version. Download the file. There it goes. And we'll run it. Run. And we'll get it installed. I accept. It needs to validate that we're running a legal copy of Windows. We are. Install. And we're not going to do a scan. We know the computer's clean already. Click Finish. Okay, so Security Essentials is installed, and now it's going to update its virus definition database to make sure we're protected against the latest threats. Usually takes a couple minutes, so I'll fast forward again.